Hello and welcome to the Joy Corner. I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and Marconics multidimensional energy practitioner. Every week I bring you an affirmation on the Joy Corner, and this week it is I am attracting amazing career opportunities to me. Realize that what's happening in your life may not be what you want. It may not be that you know how to get from where you are to where you want to be the person that you want to be, knowing that you already are that perfect, authentic self that you are. There's just a lot of past stuff that we kind of adopted. And if you believe in past lives, it's a lot of past stuff versus just from here till you were born this time around. Things we need to learn about, lessons to get through. And sometimes we put, well, most of the time, in certain areas of our life at least, we put in these blocks and these beliefs that limit us to what we want, which is why we call them limiting beliefs, right? We want to be here, but we can only get to here because there's something that tells us we're not enough. We don't have enough education. We aren't attractive enough. We aren't smart enough. We aren't something enough. Those are things that come up over and over again, that we're not worthy, that we're not deserving. And our conscious mind might say, yes, I am. Yes, I am. But I know some people who are a little bombastic. They totally say, yes, I can do it. But there's that little voice that they try not to listen to. They ignore and they push to the back, but it's still there. It's still something they just haven't dealt with it because either they're embarrassed, they're shamed into the fact they believe something about themselves, or they refuse to believe that there's some kind of belief from maybe a long time ago that's stuck there. And so they fight constantly against it and they can't get beyond, well, they used to call it the glass ceiling going this way for women, but beyond wherever you want to be, and that wall is there. And anything that you can do, there's lots of different tools that are good to get to your subconscious mind and say, hello, let's break down that wall. And these are just one of them. Affirmations, mantras. There's also guided meditations. I have a bunch of those on YouTube. So whatever you want. And this time we're working on, I am attracting amazing career opportunities to me. And you might want to put in right now. I've had things happen that you look back and you say, hey, I want it now. And all these other things have already been lining up for it, but I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't happened yet until I shift my subconscious and all of a sudden it falls in my lap and I go, wait a minute, I didn't have to worry about this. This was coming up anyway. But some things were years in the making and I didn't even know. And they dropped into my lap the second I shifted and adjusted my belief structure because I was ready for them. It was already fully formed and then it went plop into my life. And that's the way it can happen for you as well, especially with this one or with a love life. If you're working on attracting something to you, make sure that it feels right, whatever wording you do. So today we're going to do this one. And if you need a slight shift in the wording, feel free. Just make sure it's present tense and it's got a personal pronoun in it and it feels really, really good. Make sure that it's working for you. So here we go. I am attracting amazing career opportunities to me. Let's take a breath and say it 3 times together. I am attracting amazing career opportunities to me. Feel that be your truth and tingle through every cell in your being. And one more time. I am attracting amazing career opportunities to me. Breathe it in. Suspend any disbelief that it's not possible. And last time, I am attracting amazing career opportunities to me. You can add right now. There are a few other ways you can say this one. You can say, I attract amazing career opportunities to me right now, rather than I am attracting, which is a little more in the future. But sometimes you can't quite suspend disbelief on a total present tense one because you're not quite there yet. So now I want to see what happens when I shift it. This is kind of a new thing I'm trying here. Instead of I am attracting, we're going to say I attract. And at the end, we're going to say right now. So I attract amazing career opportunities to me right now. Let's try that one, see how that feels. We'll do this one 3 times as well. Take a breath. Try and be as much in the present moment as possible. Don't let your phone bother you. And if it does, come back to this and start over. Okay? I attract amazing career opportunities to me right now. Feel that in your body. Feel it in your bones. How does that feel? I attract amazing career opportunities to me right now. Feel it in your brain. Feel all those little pathways shifting and moving through and through your body all the way to your toes. This is your reality. And one more time, I attract amazing career opportunities to me right now. Feel it in your subconscious. Feel that subconscious adjusting, allowing it to be your truth, allowing it to shift. Whenever you do any affirmations or mantras or even the guided meditations, try to stay more in the present moment. If things are bothering you, write them down, come back to them later, or acknowledge them and say, okay, I know I have to deal with this. I'm going to do it after I come back from this. Don't let those things get stuck in the middle of your head while you're doing it. And if that little voice that's the naysayer, which is your subconscious generally, comes up and tries to tell you this is not true, this can't be true, you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, whatever it is, say thank you. I appreciate hearing that because I know you need to tell me. Now step to the side, let me do this, and then I'll talk to you in a minute. And after you're done with the affirmations, ask that little voice, so what was that about? Tell me, give me more information. You may or may not get more on your own. You may need to talk to someone to have them pull it out of you. But at least you can say, okay, I have this thing. I really want to be here, and I'm here. I have these voices in my head. Don't tell anybody that. I'm hearing these, you're not good enough, or no, you can't, or nobody will give you the opportunity. You're not worthy of love, or whatever it is. You don't have enough education for that job. You don't understand it. But I want it. But no, I don't feel I can have it. I don't deserve that much money. Maybe somebody offers you a job and they have a lot of money and you have something come up so you can't take the job because you don't think you deserve it. And a lot of times the subconscious is powerful and the universe listens. It says, no, I can't have that job because of whatever. I don't deserve the money. I'm not good enough. I want whatever. Something will happen to stop it. The job will no longer be available. You'll get sick. You can't take the job. Or the job shifts or changes or the company goes under. Something bizarre happens that you think has nothing to do with you, and yet ultimately we create our own universe when it comes to what our life looks like. And that is one of those big things where we can blame the universe or somebody else if we don't get what we want. But if you shift those beliefs that limit you, then you won't have those things come up. You'll get what you want. And sometimes it's a lot of work. So don't blame yourself. I'm not trying to say that it's your fault. What I'm saying is you need to take responsibility so that you can shift your world and stuff comes up. But if it comes up, then you look at it and say, does this impact me? Can I learn a lesson from this, even if it doesn't seem to be something that had anything to do with what I did? Somebody got sick. I couldn't do something. Like I said, the place went under. I couldn't do anything about it. You say, oh, well, maybe I didn't think I deserved it. Well, let's work on that. It doesn't mean that you should blame yourself. It just means you have more work to do. It just means that there are things that you can learn. And if it had nothing to do with you, then it might just be a slight setback. And immediately, if it wasn't your belief system about something negative about yourself, something else will come up that's better. So allow yourself to grow at whatever pace you need. Don't be too hard on yourself, but also know that I will hold in my thoughts and my being that you are already enough to have whatever kind of joyous life you want. That's my commitment to you, that I will do that for you until you believe it yourself and can shift your life into whatever that vision is that you want. And affirmations and mantras are one tool you can use to get there, but there are lots more. Make sure you only say them 3 to 5 times at a sitting or a standing because you want to make sure that you don't kind of kill the impact it has on you. You want to make sure you suspend that disbelief that it can't be happening now and that it is happening right this moment. It is your truth. And your subconscious will scramble around trying to make sure it goes, oh my God, this is happening. I better get rid of that belief and make something happen. I better ask the universe to get that coming this way because obviously it's already happening. I better make it happen. I've seen it happen time and time again, so this isn't just some fairy tale I'm making up. If you got this far in the video, you probably know it as well. Until next week, please know, like I said, that you are already enough. You don't need to worry about who you are and what's happening in your life. You are more than enough to have that joyous life that you want. If you'd like to hear more from me, you can subscribe to my YouTube videos, but you can also look on the podcast, which is Connect to Joy, connect the number 2, joy. And you can find my website also under connecttojoy.com and follow me on Instagram under the same name. Until next week, I'm sending you my love and my prayer that you will allow yourself to be that person, that joyous, authentic self that you are, and not be too hard on yourself, not judge yourself unduly. Thanks for listening.